Okay, first up is this DAX on a super rank of 6 tick, and this is the one that I've plotted with a sensitivity of 9. And so the higher you go in sensitivity, the less sensitive it is. This also has a limit order with an 8-tick pullback and a larger number of order cancel bars, because usually there's some kind of volatility at the entry here. The way this kind of sets up, you can actually capitalize on one of these bigger pullbacks. And then a target of 50. Now, and a goal of 35.25. Now, this came just shy of its goal, and it probably would have hit its goal had we had a little bit better money management, which is something I'm still trying to figure out on this chart. And it looks like that I should begin trailing the stop at 50 ticks. You can see our first target here was at the swing low of this short, and that the swing high of this long was right at the 50 tick mark. And had we been trailing, say, by a percentage trailing stop of 25%, we would have exited, perhaps here, and we probably would have hit our goal much sooner. And again, on this trade here, we would have exited much sooner than all the way up to the volatility exit. Here, the exit was because of time. In any case, a solid performance on this chart, and this higher sensitivity appears to be promising. This chart has delivered positive results in just about every day I've been watching it. Okay, I realized for the first time in probably 500 videos, I forgot to show the time and sales and the date and time on my computer clock. And so on this chart, you can see that this video was recorded just after 3 o'clock Eastern Time. It was recorded about 40 minutes before the regular session closed. And you can see the 1500 time on the time axis, and then there's just 3 or 4 or 5 minute bars after that, so that should confirm that fact. Also, you'll notice that the trade labels do not have an H in front of them. Okay, the NASDAQ on a 5-minute chart had a modest gain yesterday, but today had a really nice trade here. This long trade beginning about 40 minutes before the regular session open. And so this did 2360. The goal on this is 2500. And here is our template here. And this probably hit its goal and probably had some slippage on this bar here. This 5-minute bar probably didn't just go straight up. In any case, a really nice trade here on the NASDAQ, just a single trade, doing 2360 for the day. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a 987 tick chart has a goal of 1525, and so this had some strong slippage. This is that, looks like that up move here. And if I tighten the chart up here, we can see all the trades. There was only a negative drawdown of less than a tick or two, and then it was pretty much up the whole day, finishing at 1800 on 2 contracts. And this is the template for this chart. Okay, next is the Dow E-mini contract on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this had a couple of trades. This has a 60-minute higher time frame filter, and our goal on this is 1550, so just shy of our goal. Okay, the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick was moderately active today. Our first equity high was about $600, and we drew down quite a bit, about $1,200 or $600 per contract. Now on the DAX, I previously talked about loss limits and profit goals, and it looks like you need to go about 700 to 750 is your loss limit per contract, and this is why this DAX often recovers from a drawdown when it does, and today it did and finished at 1150. Okay, next is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this is the 6 tick higher time frame filter, a chart that we've seen quite a bit Here is the template for that, and this has a goal of 1,050, and it came just shy of our goal. I suspect it might have hit our goal and had some slippage. But anyway, another solid performance on this E-mini S&P Super Renko 4 tick. Okay, our E-mini S&P on a regular 5 Renko chart, again, delivering the goods here. This did 775 for the day. This one is the one with our $800 goal, so obviously we hit our goal and had 1 ticket slippage per contract. It's a limit order with a 4 tick pullback, and this is our template higher time frame filter of 6. Okay, next is our other 5 Renko chart on the E-mini S&P, and this one has the $1,000 goal, and this hit its goal on 2 contracts, and this has been very consistent for us on the E-mini S&P. Okay, next is the NASDAQ on a 987 Heikin-Ashi tick chart. Our first equity high was about 1,300, and then we drew down to about 400 and came back and hit our goal of 1,500 or so on this chart. 1,550 actually, and this is trading 2 contracts and our template here. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick with our 60-minute higher time frame. This has been doing really well. I haven't been showing it that long, but it looks really promising. I basically took the idea from the Dow chart with the 60-minute background, and this is a pretty basic layout here. $1,000 goal, so we had really strong positive slippage at the end. This did draw down only about 125 per contract or so, and then came back and hit its goal of 1,000 with excellent positive slippage. There's another trade here off the color background, and it's probably just due to the way the background plots on the 60-minute as this is an hour here. So you can see the end of the green here is the 2 o'clock hour and all these timestamps. So there was this big volatility going on at the 2 o'clock hour Eastern time in the E-mini S&P. Okay, another chart on the Super Renko 4 tick E-mini S&P. This one with a $700 goal, $1,000 goal, sorry. And this did 975 for the day, no higher time frame filter. Okay, another E-mini S&P Super Renko 4 tick. I plot about 4 of these charts, and the reason I do is to show that this is a really good time frame for the E-mini S&P with different higher time frame filters. This one is Super Renko 6 with a goal of 750, and this is our setup here on this one. So if you're wondering, what to trade on the Autotrader, this would be a great place to start. And with a loss limit of 750, you're looking at 375 per contract risk. So you could trade a single contract with, say, a $400 profit target, for example, and a 350 stop loss. Something like that would be suitable for a small account. Okay, next is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this did 500 for the day on a mixed bag of trades here. Here is the template, and the goal on this one is 1,000 on 2 contracts. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.